Hi, I'm Jack. Welcome to the No Limits Business Lounge.
So today we're speaking to Callie. She's got her own interior design company. We're actually sat in one of her beautiful projects, as you can see behind me. This house is part of elite competitions. You can actually win this house for as little as 29p. Don't worry if you don't win this house. If you like, comment and subscribe, you could win a design workshop with Callie for one of your homes. Well, lovely to meet you.
You too.
We're sat in this beautiful home, so we're doing this podcast in a different way today.
Yeah.
You're the one that designed all this.
Yeah, and I thought it'd be good to take you into my world for a change.
Well, do you know what? I'm sat here. I love a lot of things. I was saying to you off camera,
Yeah.
I'm looking at some of the work and I'm thinking, oh, can I have this in my house?
Yeah.
And do you know what? That's what you create.
Yeah, definitely. And like walking in here for you to see what I've done was a lot. I was like reading what you were thinking. So yeah, thank you for.
Okay, so why don't you tell us where we are and these properties. This is one of a few properties here.
Yeah, so this is a development by Elite Developments. They own a company called Elite Competitions, and this is a competition house. So you can win this for 29p.
Wait. What's a competition house? Tell me what that is.
So
it makes no sense to me, but tell me.
Yeah, it doesn't to me either. It's crazy. So it's kind of like a maze. Have you heard of them?
No.
Okay, so you can enter it. It's a raffle. These tickets are only 29p for this one. And then in 4 weeks' time, there's a live draw and you could win it.
So you're telling me this house that you've designed.
Yeah.
Obviously, we can only see the living area and the open kitchen.
Yeah.
This can be won for 29p.
Yeah, with all the furniture included, and I think you get a little bit of cash bonus as well with it too. Alex Beckett.
Right.
So he is the owner of Elite Competitions. I've worked with him for years now. I did his first house. And then he always asked me to do this. So we probably do about one a month with Elite. So he's probably one of my biggest customers.
So this plot here, how many houses are there?
Four. So there's two that are this size,
Right.
and then there's one, and the one at the front is a little bit smaller as well.
Are all of them in this competition?
No, just this one.
Just this one?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just trying to wrap my head around this.
Yeah.
Because if I got this house for 29p,
Yeah.
again, this is probably me, but if I got this house for 29p, I'd sell it straight away.
Yeah, so they do a cash alternative, which is a little bit less, but yeah, you just move in and then you get some money to help with the bills and stuff.
That's absolutely mental.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, I know that's the competition side of things.
Yeah.
Let's get back to...
back to me.
Back to you, yeah, back to you. What brought this sort of passion on then? Because I know off camera, this is the first time we've met.
Yeah.
So we don't know anything about each other. But what made you get into interior design?
So I was an air hostess for 5 years, and then I'd met my partner. He was doing a house renovation, and I loved it. I just loved putting everything together. And lockdown had hit, and flying wasn't the same. I was getting people shouting at me for not wearing masks, and that wasn't why I did it. So I did the house renovation, and I was like, this is what I really want to do. So I was meant to get a promotion at work. I didn't get it. Spat my dummy out pretty much. Handed in my notice, and then I applied for a load of to a load of companies.
For interior design?
Well,
or just
more
anything?
like home websites.
Right, okay.
So the company that I got the job with was a company called Olivia's, and it's to do a visual merchandising role, which sounds silly because it's on a website, but it was to make the website look better and then design all the shoots for them. But they were based in Stafford, and I obviously live in Blackpool, so I took that job for a year, and I drove 2.5 hours to work, 2.5 hours back, 3 times a week. That literally killed me off. I took a massive pay cut, but it was all for like the end goal of what I've got now.
How do you go from, again, with all due respect to that industry, how do you go from an air hostess to this?
I know it's crazy now when I think about it.
I mean, how long ago was that?
I left that 3 years ago.
Bloody hell.
Yeah. No, probably 4 years ago.
Yeah.
4 years ago, because I worked at Olivia's. And then she's fine now, and I hate saying it, but my mum had got breast cancer, and that job was 2.5 hours away. And I'd asked them if I could work from home. And they said I could have 3 weeks off. And at the time, my mum came first. Like, if anything happened, I was 2.5 hours away and I had to get back. So I'd managed to get a job closer to home doing the same thing. And then I worked there for 8 months. And then I started my own business and left that.
Okay, so if we rewind a bit, I'm still trying to get my head around how you go from being an air hostess to an interior designer, because it's one of those jobs where I'm just thinking, surely you need some sort of qualification to get into it.
Yeah, 100%. So there's a lot of people that go to uni and they do degrees in this, but then you could come out of uni and being spoon-fed it all for however many years, but then not be able to put anything together.
So you just went straight into it without doing anything?
So I used my house that I was doing at the time as my portfolio, and I put that in and said, look, this is what I do, and pretty much give me a chance. And that company took me on. I did all of their shoots for them, and then they made, so back to this, Alex was one of my first customers when I worked at Olivia's.
Right.
He was doing a house build, and his wife now had put on Instagram that she was looking for somebody, a company to do a dining room table. And my friend had messaged and said, oh, Pippa's asking for a dining room table, maybe you should message it. So,
what do you mean do a dining room table?
So she wanted a company that sold dining room tables.
Right, okay.
So my friend messaged me and was like, why don't you message Pippa? I think it'd be a good opportunity for you to get in with them, pretty much. So I sent Pippa the website and said, have a look through, I can get you some discount and things and help you design your house. So they put a big order in. I'd worked with Pippa, I'd worked with Alex, helping them pick all the furniture and design bits. And then 2 weeks later, my boss had rang me and was like, hi, have you spoke to anybody today? And I was like, no, why? And she was like, oh, we've had to get rid of the whole of marketing. So the company was recession proofing and had got rid of all of those people.
Right,
Luckily,
okay.
I just put this order in 2 weeks before. And
so your job was safe?
Well, it wouldn't have been if I didn't get this order.
Right.
Because I was basically a fluffer at the company.
That order was, correct me if I'm wrong, it was a dining table, or was it more?
It was a dining table, and then I helped them design the whole house. So then I think their order came to about 30k.
To design the house?
For all the furniture that they put in.
Right,
yeah.
I see, okay.
Because that was a homeware website. So they bought a load of furniture through us. I'd helped them pick bits. So yeah, so I'd got that order. And then my boss had said, I'd like to move you on to the interior design side. So then I took over that role at that company. So yeah, that's kind of how I'd started there. And then I was working with customers at that website that would come in and want interior design help. I was working with interior designers on a trade side as well. And then, yeah, I just started documenting what I was doing, set up my own Instagram page, and then obviously worked for that other company.
Which company is that?
A company around here called Fab Home Interiors.
Okay, so was that 2 different jobs then for you?
Yeah, well, they were the same sort of role, but obviously just 2 different companies.
Okay.
So yeah.
And then you made that move?
Yeah.
To go out on your own?
Yeah.
What made you do that?
I was just sick of working for somebody else, and I knew that I could do it on my own. So I had one customer that I took with me, and I knew that Alex would stay with me as well.
Is this the competition guy?
Yeah. So I literally left with one job and then just hoped for the best. So I posted a lot on Instagram, got new customers, and then ever since, I've always been busy.
Okay, so obviously you've gone from employed to being your own boss, right?
Yeah.
You said you were sick of it. What were you specifically sick of?
Just that like 9 to 5 mentality, and every Monday morning back to work, and then not being able to go away when I wanted to go away. Like now, if I want to go away for a few days, I just take my laptop and work whilst I'm away. Like, it's amazing. There's nothing to stop me or no one to ask, or yeah, I'm sick of that really. And the pressure is like, now I've only got the pressure of myself, whereas it was like trying to...
Is it easier or harder? Because I can answer that question on my side, right?
Yeah.
Because I think what I do now is so much more difficult than being employed. I mean, I was employed many years ago, but it's one of those, I understand why you were sick of it, but at the same time, I'm thinking life was just easy. I didn't have, I just did the bare minimum.
Yeah.
And this is something that, but people laugh at that. If you can do the bare minimum for the maximum financial reward, that's what you do.
Yeah.
Because you go above and beyond, you don't get paid for it. I mean,
Yeah.
I always say that to people. If you have a 9 to 5 job,
Mm-hmm.
why would you go in at 8 a.m.?
Yeah,
Why
no,
would you stay until 6 p.m.? You're not getting paid for it.
Yeah. So I find it better in the way that I have control of my life now, but then harder that every day, or like what you said, I could be self-employed and I might have an off day and be like, oh, I'll just like kind of hide behind everybody today and hopefully nobody picks up on it. But now I literally have to be like on form every single day. Like I've got deadlines to meet and like my job's a creative role. So
Yeah.
like I don't just wake up and
You
be
have
like,
to deliver.
bing. Yeah. And like, especially when I've got deadlines and it's like, things need to be in, things need to be decided so that the electrician can have a site plan. And I'm like, oh God, my head's got to be in that today to get that sorted.
Let's take this house, for example, right?
Yeah.
My sort of imagination of how you work is you sit down with a piece of paper and a pen
Yeah.
or a pencil, you draw the layout and you get ideas, you write them down, you draw everything, right? You've got it all on paper.
Yeah.
How far does your role extend? Because you mentioned there, or electricians and other
Yeah.
builders. Is that your part of your role, bringing everyone together, or is yours just purely design?
Yeah, I mean, each job's so different. This one is literally just dressing. So I'll walk around with Alex when I first came and saw this house, and he was like, I want this here, I want this here, I want this here. And then I just like didn't do what he said because I thought I was right. And it worked better. We wanted to put a rectangle dining table here and it just would have broke up the space.
Yeah.
So now the circular one just makes the space flow a little bit more. And then he wanted a big L shape over here and I just feel like it would have closed off this room. So it obviously can't see now, but it's a lovely curved sofa with the chair. So it just feels a really inclusive area.
Can I ask you a random question? Because I'm
Okay.
guessing this would have been it might not have been your decision. Why not tiles?
That wasn't my decision. That was already done.
Okay.
So
would you prefer tiles?
I mean, I like the wood. It feels a little bit warmer than the tile, but it's personal preference.
Aesthetically, I mean, when I walked in, the first thing that come to my mind was, if there were tiles, it'd look better.
Oh.
That was the first thing that I thought.
I'm glad it wasn't. Wow, she did a great job. But thanks.
No, but you know.
That was after that.
Yeah, after that.
Got it.
So getting back onto yourself, when you
Yeah.
moved into your role of your own company,
Yeah.
you mentioned to me again off camera that you have 2 companies.
Yeah.
So tell me about both.
Okay. So one side is my interior design side. So that's just purely me. And then all of my projects pretty much go through that. And then my other side is a website that I've just set up. It's called BODA. And I have that with a business partner. He's an architect. And we were both working at a company that we weren't really happy with or happy at. I just sort of did some subcontract work and he was fully employed there. And they were trying to not pay me a lot of money basically. And I went in and I said, look, I don't need this job, like I earn. And I wasn't trying to be...
What were you earning?
Then?
Yeah.
It just varied at the time. They were trying to pay me, I can't remember what it was, maybe 20 grand? No, I think it might be more. I think it might have been about 30 grand to only work a couple of days a week for them, but be full-time to them, or part-time, full-time. Which didn't work for me because half my week would go to them, which didn't leave a lot of the other week. So I did that for a month and it just wasn't working out. And then I basically said, look, I would need more money to do this. It just isn't worth my time. And then he came and saw me and was like, I don't get it. Like, how can you'll get the money. You just need to prove yourself. And I was like, I don't need to prove myself to this company. Like, I know what my worth is. And then we'd had a chat and I said, look, if you want to do something together, this is what I want to do. Because obviously when I worked at Olivia's, that was the online website and I knew the money that was in that and what we could do.
So what does the online website sell? I'm assuming it sells something, right?
Yeah, so everything that you see here, we sell on the website.
So furniture?
Yeah, all furniture. But I wanted to go from a different side because obviously we're both designers. So when you see these online companies, they're just stock images from the supplier. Whereas I took all my own imagery and I've designed it so that they're all in collections. So
it could be anything from sofas, dining tables.
Everything.
Everything, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's some online retailers that you'll go on and you'll look at armchairs, for example. And I'd pretty much based what we've done off this. So my old company, you would go on and there was 400 armchairs, and like you go to page 3 and you board, like there's cream armchairs, there's wood armchairs, there's lots of different styles that you wouldn't pick. So you were like, you would just shop them and it just wasn't making sense. So I wanted to make collections of just like a Scandi range of a range like this. Like if you did like Scandi, you probably wouldn't want a velvet dining chair or a cord armchair. So I've made it like a lot easier to shop, and again all my own imagery, and you can shop the look as well. So just trying to make an easier shopping experience.
So that's quite clever, because I'm assuming you've monetized on both sides then, because if you're designing, like for example, this room, you're designing it.
Yeah.
You're telling the client, okay, this would look great here, this would look great there, this specific stuff, and then you're ordering off your second company anyway.
Yeah.
So it's double monetization. And
then taking the imagery, which is my own imagery, in a setting like this, so then people can see what it looks like and can imagine it, or can buy this whole room. Like somebody might look at this house and be like, oh, I love this, and want to buy it all, but don't want to go to 5 different websites and buy it all. So just trying to create.
So how do you stock all your furniture then?
Dropship.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so some brands, like these pieces have come in from the Netherlands, so we would stock some of this.
So wait, they come in from different countries?
Yeah.
How do you find them? How do you source them?
So each year I go to a home show in Paris.
Right.
And most of my year is going to like different home shows. Like I want the best for my customers, so I will travel to all these places to go and see all this furniture. And there's another company that I've just worked with. I've just got back from Holland the other week, and seeing the pieces in real life, getting actual detailed pictures of them. So I can put it in somebody's house. A lot of designers might not even see some of the pieces that they put in, and I am guilty of it. When I first started, I didn't have the time to go and meet all these suppliers, so I would just order off the website and hope for the best. But now I've got the time, I go out, I source all these products, and I make sure that the quality's good and they're the best.
So if I asked you, say for my property, I want a chandelier.
Yeah.
I want it to be, I don't know, 6-foot drop.
Yeah.
And I want 28 lights or something like that.
Yeah. I got you.
You go find it.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So there's so many companies that even if you search, you couldn't even find. But obviously they're like trade closed book companies, so I can work with all them. A lot of like bespoke lighting companies as well. So then we could build something that's like exactly what you'd want to.
Yeah. I mean, it just reminds me of one of my good friends he's the only friend that I have as a client. I refuse to work with friends and family, but he's the only friend that is a client. He built 3 properties from scratch, and the interior, everything you see inside his house, he was getting from abroad. He went to Istanbul to buy his tiles. He went to Yemen to buy his furniture, because he's of Yemeni culture. So he wanted his living room to be a Yemeni feature.
Yeah.
And when he showed me his house, I thought, wow, I want to build. That's what I was telling you. I want to build my own house because I've seen his house. Yeah.
And all those pieces aren't what you see in everybody else's house. Like you can go on Instagram and there's probably, or Pinterest, and there's a lot of houses that are the same.
Well, there's only so much of DFS that you can see, right?
Yeah, exactly. So whereas all these pieces, like you couldn't just go on a normal website and shop. Like everything that's in here, like even the tables from the Netherlands, the vases from the Netherlands, these these plates, for example, like I just wanted bits that were so different. Whereas like all the details on them, all the speckles,
you can actually see even the plates.
Yeah.
You won't find them in.
Yeah, and like that's just what I wanted my brand to be about, just different things that you don't see everywhere. And I'm doing my own house at the minute, and my partner probably thinks I'm OTT, but like I don't want somebody to walk in my house and see things that they've ever seen before.
Yeah.
And I've got the ability and the closed books to be able to do that. So.
Yeah. Oh well, I mean, that initial step then, going self-employed.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize the stresses financially. So tell me about that financial step, because was it easy to transition with the one client, or?
Yeah, thankfully. So my job and business, everybody has to either pay up front and then final payment when I've installed on the day. So I'm not really taking a loss on anything. If I do any like CGI work or design work, that's obviously just paying for my time. So there was an adjustment, but obviously that first job, I had enough money that could keep me going for a couple of months if nothing came in. And if nothing came in, I'd go get another job somewhere. But obviously, thankfully, things did come in. But yeah, it is scary because what if that next client didn't come in? Or
So were you straight off the mark making profit, or
yeah,
was it?
thankfully.
So that was
Yeah,
that's a good transition, isn't it?
yeah. Whereas there's probably not a lot of businesses or industries that you would do that. I did a little bit of social media ads on Instagram that probably cost me £500. But obviously I had the profit from that first job to take that.
Well, I mean, what you did is something similar to what I did. Obviously, completely different industries. But when I started in the industry that I'm currently in, on my own, I made sure I had clients ready straight away.
Yeah.
Because having clients ready straight away meant I wasn't waiting around. I was making profit from day one.
Yeah, and I feel like you have to when you go self-employed. Like obviously with BODA, I'm not making profit yet. We are getting some orders in, but I'm still paying a lot of money out in marketing. But that's okay because I've set up this side so that can hopefully just tick over in the future. But yeah, it is scary, and especially a big leap and jump.
Well, in one of my earlier episodes with Anthony, I remember him saying, again, different industry to you, but same concept. He was saying for someone to start off on their own, they need at least 50 grand to start, because they might not be making any money for a few months or even up to a year, right?
Yeah.
So I think that aspect of making sure if you do go off on your own, have a plan as to, well, who you're bringing on.
Yeah,
and
no, definitely.
You were quite lucky with.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really have much of a plan. I just kind of went for it, and I didn't have 50 grand. But I'd also just spent the previous 2 years, like, I took a pay cut from when I used to fly. And I spent £600 a month on fuel. So I was literally living off nothing. And I'd got used to that for a year and a half. So then it meant when I did start my own business, if I wasn't making money, I could live.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't living above my means in any way. So.
Yeah. So the furniture side of the company, I understand obviously the finances behind that is you've got a chair or you've got a sofa, you've got a table, it costs X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
You make profit, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Your interior design, what do you charge for that?
Everything is so different.
Or is it bespoke?
Yeah, it depends on the client. So obviously...
Whether you like them or not.
Yeah. How much I want to do that job. No, joking. But yeah, everything's so different. Like, this job's easy. I don't have to present anything. I've worked with Alex now for years. He knows, like, he likes what I do. I know what he likes. So there's not as much time in taking design in it. Like with this, I'll just put a couple of mood boards together and know what I want to do and just hope it sort of all comes together, and it normally all does work out.
For this project then, this house, what did you charge, Alex?
Oh, that's a lot, isn't it?
Well, this is called No Limit, so it's up to you whether you want to answer that or veto it.
I mean, it might be his limit. He normally spends about 60 grand on furniture to do these houses, but this house is massive and he has to make this house look amazing to get those ticket sales in.
So 60,000 on the furniture?
Yeah.
Okay. That's your furniture side of the business?
Yeah, cost. So that's come into my interior design side. So obviously I will put some money on the furniture, but that just goes to me rather than splitting that with my business partner, because Alex has always been my customer. So
right, I see. Okay.
He just comes into me. So for this job, it's purely just styling, and I just charge him a fee to put the furniture in, install it. But then on other customers, like this job that I'm doing now, this guy wants his home cinema doing, his spa, his office and his garage. And then that's just purely CGI based. So then that's my time to design.
Explain what CGI based means.
Yeah, so at the minute he's just got a shell. So I will draw it all up virtually, design it all virtually, and then I'll send him videos or pictures of walkthroughs of it, make sure he's happy, and then from that I'll then go and source the materials, and then we'll get the contractors to put it in, install it, and then that's that job done.
Oh, okay.
So everything's so different. Yeah. Again, Alex is going to open a bar in Polton. His planning's changed now, and that he just wanted some visuals on what it should look like, so his builders could work with something off like for a plan. So everything's like so different, and that's why I love what I do now. I also work with a lot of shops, so shops will come to me that sell furniture and they want to display it better, so they'll come to me. I'll just charge them an hourly rate. I feel like you're going to ask me that.
What's your hourly
No,
hourly
I
rate?
knew that you were going to go with that. It really just depends on what it is, where it is. If I'm having to travel, there's one company that I work with up in Inverness, so that takes me 7 hours to get up there. So obviously I need to factor that in to what I am charging. So it's hard. I can't just say I charge X amount for this or X amount for that, because every job is different. And
Okay,
what
so
I need to do.
if I was to ask you, design my kitchen.
Yeah.
The kitchen is the size of this room probably.
Yeah.
How much are you charging me?
So I would work with you to figure out what your budget is, see what you're looking to spend, see what kitchen we could get for that, and then I'd probably just put a little bit of money into that. It depends on what design I would need to do. So yeah, I'd just have to work with your budget and see. I can't tell you, like, it would just have to be tailored to you.
Okay, so you add it on top of the work basically.
Yeah, like just make sure that I've got something in, but also work with your budget. So everyone thinks that we're expensive, but we're not. Like, I have access to all of these companies and I spend so much money with all of these companies, so I'm on a better discount rate. So what you would pay retail for it. So let's take it back a little bit. So what people get it for retail, I get it for cost, the same cost as the companies that are selling it. So like DFS, I get their sofas and I get it for cost, so I probably get it for £2,000 cheaper. So people think I'm expensive, but as long as I've got some money in that, I will then save you money too. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so if you've got a sofa that costs £5,000 retail with DFS, that might actually only cost £2,000.
Yeah.
That's the cost price. You buy it for that cost price, and you add 1,000 on top, 3,000.
Yeah.
So you're saving the client 2,000 technically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So they are saving money, but then and then it's actually designed right. So many people don't have a clue, and like, I'm so guilty of it as well. I could design any space and then it's come to my house, and because I'm looking at it every single day, I'm like, oh, like I really have to think about it. Like, we were picking paint colours this weekend and I'm like, oh, do we do this? Do we not do this? I had a darker one and a lighter one. I was like, let's do the darker on the ceiling, let's do the lighter on the walls. Whereas in my head, I knew I wanted to do it the other way around. I just wasn't brave enough because I'm looking at it every day. But whereas I would just come in and be like, no, you need to just do this, you need to do that, because I would know, and I'm not looking at it every day. So yeah.
You mentioned your partner when you started off in this industry.
Yeah.
It was easier because he was already in the property.
So he does do property, but he actually plays rugby for a living.
Okay, so what do you mean he does property though?
So obviously his career is quite short. So on the side, he's bought properties that he flips, or he has them as rentals. So the one that we did in Leeds, we did pretty much as a flip. So I helped him design all the kitchens for that, all the floors for that, how it's going to look. So
flip is you buy it cheap, do it up and then sell it.
Yeah, so that's what we did on the Leeds one. We were going to stay there, but then he signed for another club and we had to move before it was even done. So that then turned into a flip. So yes, he does do property on the side, and that's great because now he's doing one at the minute, and I've saved him an absolute fortune on that. So what he would be spending, we've like halved really. And then again,
spending on the work or the design?
On the work.
On the work, yeah.
So I've got good suppliers for flooring, I've got good suppliers for even like sockets, doors, architraves, skirting boards, things like that. Can save money on all of those things. And then like his lighting plan, so many people get that wrong. Lighting's such a big factor of any space, and I don't think people think about it, or even like plug sockets where they should go. Like, you'll get to putting your Christmas tree up and you're like, I can't put my Christmas tree here because I've got no plug socket. Like, it's just little things like that. Whereas I would work that space out for you, work with you for what you want to use it for, and then make sure that things are in the right place. So, yeah. So
with your partner's sort of work, then it's not a case of that added to your business. That was more of a
personal... just being nice and helping him out.
Okay, that makes
sense. You got lucky.
That's fine. So now that obviously you've told us more about what you do, you've told us more about this house and the competition side of things.
Yeah.
This is one client. How many clients do you have? Have you branched out quite a lot in the 4 years?
Yeah, massively. So again, every month's so different. Some clients are returning customers, like Alex returns to me every single month. Some customers like I do a lot of shops, so they'll come back to me and we'll do like a 3-monthly refresh and move around. Some people want the house designing and then like that's it. Like I probably won't hear from them again until maybe they move house or they want to work on another space. So everything's so different, but yeah, thankfully everyone comes back, so I must do something right.
You must do something right, yeah. So,
yeah.
where do you plan on going with the two businesses then? Because you've said one is not currently making profit because I'm guessing it's a bit newer.
Yeah.
And your interior design one is it's going well. Where do you plan to go with this?
I don't know, like I never imagined being here. So I think with the furniture side, I would love to just grow that as big as it could and have that just take care of itself and that just be like a bit of a passion project really. I'd love to get somebody that actually knows how to run a website in because I am not very technical.
Are you running that yourself?
So me and my business partner,
Right,
and then we have a marketing company that help us out too, thankfully. Because again, like when you are self-employed, you wear so many hats, and I don't.
Well, I was going to ask you,
media.
if you're 3-4 years in, right?
Yeah.
Are you still trying to do everything yourself?
Oh yeah, I'm a control freak, and I like.
Why?
Because it stresses me out to like let someone do that. Although I have been very good at this marketing company, I think.
But what about other areas? What about other areas though? Are you considering hiring people?
So I have a great accountant, thankfully. She gets me by. I probably drive her insane. But then hiring someone else, I'd love to. Love to.
I think that's the next step of your business.
Yeah, definitely. And I'd love to have a few people under me that could just run that for me. And I would be like, give advice and just oversee things and order things and then come on the install day. That would be an absolute joy to me. But then it's finding somebody that scares me.
Yeah, that's the most difficult part.
Yeah.
If you're taking that next step, finding the right people.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm lucky because for me to have the freedom to do whatever I want to do, I wouldn't be able to do that without staff.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Oh yeah.
But if I went back a few years, I was quite like you, that control aspect.
Yeah.
I was scared because I don't know how things would run.
Yeah.
And thankfully now I'm sat here whilst my business is just, it's running.
I'm sat here probably getting 50 emails.
Yeah.
And it's my name that's on it as well. Like this is my baby and I've worked so hard for it. So then to have somebody work under me and potentially, but I mean that probably wouldn't happen. That's just in my head.
I mean, it's your plans.
Yeah.
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
28 and 29 a couple of months.
Okay, so I mean, you've got, a long career ahead of you. It depends on what you're trying to achieve. With me, the way I think about businesses is, if I've got a business, what's the saleable value? Can I sell it? That's always my thought.
Yeah.
But if that's not in your thought, then
yeah,
it's different.
I think maybe with BODA potentially we did speak about having like a 5-year plan and selling that out. But definitely like I love what I do. Like, and I don't think I stand back and look at what I've done. Like to walk in here and like you guys be like, oh, it looks great. It's like, oh, like it does, and I did that. So I think I'd always want to do something with my interior design side and definitely keep that. But yeah, I do definitely want to get people.
Now, you mentioned earlier you've got a great accountant.
Yeah.
What's the accountant's role in all of your sort of business life?
Keeping me sane and
How?
on track.
How?
Like I was always employed, so I didn't understand tax and VAT. And I remember on my first job, I probably could have made more money if I didn't price it as I did. And I'd become VAT registered and I was like, God, what's this VAT bill? Like, why am I paying money? Like, I've paid money to buy all these things. So what is this? So yeah, I feel like that's really hard to understand, and it's just another part of my business that I don't have the brain space for, and I don't need to do everything. And that I don't really want to mess with. So she's good. She cracks on.
No, but what I'm trying to highlight is you've mentioned you're a bit of a control freak.
Yeah.
You want to be involved in every aspect of your business.
Yeah.
But the one area you don't even try is the financial side.
Because I have no clue with finances.
Now that's something that's so important to me because obviously I'm in that industry sort of.
Yeah.
But I'm seeing more and more people that just choose to say, no, I'm not going to pay that you know, 600, 700, 800, £1,000 for the year to
Yeah.
a financial professional
Yeah.
to do what they need to do. I'll just do it myself because
Yeah.
ChatGPT is there now.
Oh yeah. But I don't know, I know my strengths in life and that is not one of them.
Yeah.
So I don't know, I've just always trusted her. She's always taken care of it and it's worked. So like I've just not felt the need to learn it. As
Yeah.
brutal as that is. She
You're,
always
you're
goes
set
through
up
it.
as a limited company, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've just not felt the need to ever learn it or know, which is bad. Like I have a brief understanding of it. I know about my VAT and things like that, but then when it comes to corporation tax and personal tax and things like that,
You just get the bill and
yeah.
pay it, that's it.
Oh yeah, that brings me happiness.
To pay corporation tax?
No, to not have to stress about it, but be like, okay, I'll pay this, it knocks me sick, but to know that I didn't have to stress about how she got to that figure.
So are you planning on taking the next step? Because obviously this is where, as you rightly said, you're limited, your knowledge is limited in this side of things,
Yeah.
of business.
Yeah.
You've got a good foundation,
Yeah.
but when you get a corporation tax bill,
Yeah.
your mindset is pay it.
Well, yeah, it knocks me sick, but then I'm like, okay.
So the next step is, well, what are you going to do about that?
Yeah.
And you're probably thinking, what the hell are you on about, Jack?
Yeah, a little bit.
What the hell are you on about?
Well, how can I get out of it? Because let's have that conversation.
Well, yeah, I'm making that point.
Okay.
Because when people start a business and one that is particularly, you know, gets off to a successful start,
Yeah.
they think an accountant is what they need, which is, yes, it's right, it's what they need,
Yeah.
most definitely. But the next step is, well, how do I protect my business
Yeah.
from things such as corporation tax as much as possible?
Yeah.
How do I protect my business if anything happens
Yeah.
and, you know, X, Y, Z financially? That's where an accountant can't help you.
Yeah.
And they don't realize that.
Okay.
Okay. So if you're wanted to know how to save on corporation tax bill,
Oh yeah. Let's have a chat.
okay, I don't want to say to the cameras in case HMRC are listening, but you're looking at someone that doesn't like paying that bill either.
Yeah. Well, you need design help and I need that help, so let's.
Yeah, well, potentially. So it's great to hear, obviously, some of your ideas that, you know, it's just wonderful to see it in person as well,
Yeah.
right? Now, I want to go back to that competition side of things.
Yeah.
The properties that end up selling, do you get something from that? Or is it purely you're involved in the design, that's it?
Yeah, just the design and that's it.
Right, okay.
And that's fine with me. Like, I do this, I get to promote that I do this, and yeah.
How many do you do a month? You said one, is it one a month?
Yeah, a couple of months ago we were doing 2 a month, but now it's just done this one a month.
Okay.
So yeah.
And you said off camera you're not allowed to buy raffles.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we want to clear that up straight away.
Yeah.
There's no sort of picking favourites. You're not actually even allowed.
Oh no, I'd love for him to like let me win, but no.
No.
Each one I do, like I walk in, I'm like, oh, this could be my home, and I design it how I'd have it myself, and then yeah, I just have to watch someone else go and win it.
And you're now designing your own home.
Yeah.
So tell me about that.
So we bought it. It was a repossession property. So we got it at a really good price. It sat in an acre of land.
Where? Blackpool?
Yeah, just outside of St Anne's.
Right, okay.
I want a horse, so it was just my dream. And my partner's from Wigan, so we were arguing for ages where to live. We were buying a house in Wigan with 6.5 acres, and we didn't get it. It fell through. And then this one came up, and I'll be 2 years self-employed in November. And he was like, don't look, because we can't get a mortgage on it. And then this one came up, and I was like, should we go look at it? And he turned up late, and I thought, oh, I know he's not going to want it. And then at the end of the viewing, he went, should we put an offer in? And I was like, oh, okay. So it was a stressful process, but we bought it, and then we're ripping it apart and going to try and put a big extension on the side, and it'll just be our dream house. But it's been hard. I didn't know you could argue about things so much with somebody. And we have. And he's like my hardest client ever. Like, he'll be like, I don't like that. I'm like, it's not really for you. This is it. It's my house.
So is it a project then?
Yeah. So 4 weeks we should be in to the stage 1, which is like renovating the main house. And then our plans will be passed, fingers crossed, at the end of this month.
So are you living there whilst you're renovating?
No, thankfully. I've got an apartment that's on the prom in Blackpool. So we live in a nice place, go get all dirty all day, fixing this up, and then come home and live in a nice place for now. But yeah, that one's sold. So in 4 weeks, we should be in, fingers crossed. Get all my builders.
Is it your forever home, or you're
Yeah.
going to sell it?
No, definitely my forever home. It's everything I could ever have wanted. And like I drive in
So
the
it's
gates.
not going on the raffles then?
Oh God, no. Although he did say, he was like, oh, I'll give you 20 grand more for it than what you bought it for. Because when we first got it, we were just arguing. It was hard work and it was so much money. And I think I was probably moaning about it to Alex, and he was like, oh, I'll buy it off you. And I was like, no, no one's taking it off me. So yeah.
Well, lovely. So finally, obviously to end things finally, because I'm just so curious about your industry.
Yeah.
If you were to give advice to even your younger self or people that are creative youngsters, what advice would you give them to get into this industry?
Believe in yourself. Like I think for so long, like when I grew up, everywhere I've ever lived, I always made nice. Like my family would come around and be like, oh, it's lovely in here. And I just always take pride in making it look so nice. And I was like, oh, I'd love to do this one day, but felt because I didn't go to uni that I couldn't do it. But now I didn't go to uni and I have done it. So just believe in yourself. And sometimes like I took a massive pay cut and I took so many risks to get to where I am today, and like it's paid off thankfully. But like even if it didn't, what's the worst that would happen? Like maybe I'd have to go get another job. But like imagine.
What's the difference though from someone coming into this industry and struggling and someone that comes in and is successful? Because in my head, the difference right now in this current market is how you are showcasing yourself on social media.
Yeah, so I actually don't post anything on my personal social media. I'm too busy, and the minute I do, people will message me on Instagram, and then it gets very overwhelming, and I say yeah because I can't say no to anything. So yeah, I don't post anything. But if you are, like, my biggest advice would be like, do your own house, friends and family's houses, take pictures of it on Instagram, create mood boards, and just like put yourself out there. Like I remember when I worked at Olivia's, I would message people and be like, hi, I know it sounds really weird, but please will you help me let me design your house, and I'll get you a discount. And people would be like, reply to me, this is a scam. And I'm like, it's not a scam, like I'm 100% legit. Please have a conversation with me, please give me that chance. And the odd one would think I was absolutely crazy and think I was going to rip them off, which I didn't. And I get it, because who else would do that for somebody? But you've got to put yourself out there to be able to have what I've got now. And like that's the biggest thing. Like so many people that will be sat in the 9-to-5 job and be like, oh, I'd love to do that, but it's so much of a risk, and if you don't take that risk, you're not going to get anywhere. And like now, I think the hardest bit about what I do is like the self-belief. Like I'm working with some massive companies at the minute, and I'm so grateful. Like some of them I can't actually share because I've got NDAs in, but they're huge, and they could have picked anybody in the country, and they've picked me to work with. And you don't take a look back at how far you've come sometimes, and it's so hard to criticize what you've done or not appreciate what you've done or how hard you've worked for it. But yeah, just take that risk, because there'll always be another job, or there'll always be another 9-to-5. But what if it does work out and you have everything that you could ever want? Like,
so it's definitely worth the risk then.
Yeah, 100%. And like young people now, I feel like just
they're not risky enough. They don't have the courage.
They're drilled in to do that 9-to-5, and I get it, because that's the safety net. And some people don't work hard anymore. Like there's so many people now that are young kids and they don't have the same work ethic. Like I get up at 4 some mornings and finish at 8 o'clock some nights, and like that's just a normal day for me. Whereas kids now will be like getting up at 4. But
it's a different mentality.
Yeah. And my mum was always like entrepreneurial. My dad had his own business, and like I grew up with those role models. Whereas there's less and less business owners, I feel now. Like everyone's just in a self-employed job, so in an employed job, sorry. So they don't see those role models. But yeah, if you sat in a job and you're watching this and you think, I want to be something or make something for myself, like do it on the weekends, do it after work, like or go take a course. Like there's so many people that are probably in that 25 to 30 grand job that's where they're going to be, because they might be in a job where there isn't a promotional place that they could get to. But learn a course. Like so many young girls now that like Pilates reformers are so in. You could go take a course, do a nighttime class, do a weekend class, see if you love it and then leave your job. You probably make more money doing that in an evening on a weekend, but people don't want to do it. They don't want to go and work 7 days a week. But you do that for a couple of years and the reward that you're going to get after it.
Well, that's a wonderful place to end.
Yeah.
You know, go try, be brave.
Honestly, yeah.
And what we'll do, we'll have a look around the house and see what you've designed.
But no, like to anyone watching this, like my messages are always open. Like I don't know if you're going to drop my Instagram in or anything, but
we'll make sure to tag it in.
Yeah, like just message and I'll help anybody. Like I don't know, I did it all on my own, and it is scary. Like especially when you're self-employed and you've not got anyone else in your business. Like you haven't really got anyone to turn to. It is lonely sometimes, but just take that risk. There'll always be another job. There'll always be a way of making money, but take the risk and it might pay off. And if it doesn't, you tried.
Love that.
So yeah.